giving reverence unto the Creator, honor to our Chief Elder, Dr. Ray Higgins, unto you, our officers, members, and friends. We thank you this morning for your presence, and also we would like to welcome the internet audience and all of those in the diaspora that are seeking to do the Creator's will. Folks, I'm not going to detain or hold you up long this morning. So, my brothers and sisters, as I was doing my little meditation the other night, before I fell to sleep, I began to wonder why it is that the Christian church, an organization that I was once a proud member of, has taken an open road in harboring information that is contrary to what it is that they so deeply believe in. And that is truth. You know, we have this thing called the Ten Commandments. And you would think that those who profess to stand for God and who strive to help their fellow man would be out trying to give and disseminate truth to all that they could. But I have found that in harboring this information, there has been and is being created what it is that they are against, and that is what is called a lie. Which in hiding the truth, we find that we develop and lead ourselves to righteousness. As I gave thought to these truths, there was one truth that so obviously sticks out like a sore thumb, and that truth is what I find in being the major doctrine, Christian church doctrine, of which has caused millions, if not billions, to believe in without giving a second thought to. And that is the doctrine of sin. Folks, if it were not for this thing called sin, there would be no need for people who are called Christians to seek a need for that thing that they've been told is called salvation. But in Christianity, of which most of us have a realization of, because most of us came from that, we found that we've been taught and told that all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. And with that thought, I would that those who have their Hoosiers with them, which was a collection of our ancestral knowledge that was compiled by Dr. Malana Karim. And these are writings which came hundreds, if not thousands of years before there was such thing as a Bible. Even before a Bible was ever concocted, and of which the oppressor's Bible, that is nothing more than a pure plagiarization of our own ancestral writings reversed. and given back to us in the form of white supremacy.
Yes.
Remembering that as our ancestors would pass information down one to another, it was the cultural thieves per se who took it upon themselves to control this information through their writings of our story, through control of the pen and the written pages, forgetting that the writings which were in stone would one day become uncovered, thereby divulging the truth, which was written in stone. That they, our oppressors, sought for thousands of years to conceal. But they didn't believe in truth that they found in omit. And so finally, behind truth, behind justice, behind harmony, behind balance, and behind reciprocity, what they now call reaping what you sow.
Yes.
Yeah, and here we have this now coming back at them to bite them in their, as I was saying, in the book of coming forth by day. The fourth division in page 106, we read, and I'll pause that we can open our seals. The fourth division of page 106, and we read, give me an I say, y'all. And we read, behold, I am in your presence, O Lord of heaven. There is no evil in my body. I have not knowingly spoken that which is not true, nor have I done anything with a false heart. Grant that I may be like the favored ones who are in your following, and that I may rise and be like an Osiris, one vindicated and risen and greatly favored by the beneficent God. And briefly, I'm going to ask that you would reason on our subject. Omission by commission. Omission by commission. Now, my friends, as I was saying a few seconds ago, we have most of us, and most of our people, our grandparents, our parents, our great-grandparents, and so on and so forth, been tricked into believing that we are inherently born into sin. Have y'all heard that? And the biblical definition of sin being transgression of the laws of God. And that goes on to say that we are born inherently, physically into this thing called sin, and there's no way out. So therefore, we are they whom they call sinners. Do y'all remember the Adam and Eve story in the book of Genesis, and the second chapter and the 15th through the 17th verses in the Oppressor's Bible? And I say the Oppressor's Bible because this thing here is for those who are either, what did Paul say, Jews or Gentiles. But we Africans were never included. But as a matter of trying to be politically correct, They are now calling anybody that's not a Jew a Gentile. But I beg to differ, folks, because we are Africans. Our shame. And it reads, and the Lord God took the man and put him in the garden of Eden.
My God.
Put him in the garden of Africa to dress it and to keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou shalt eat, thou shalt surely die. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The doctrine of sin says that because we are born a sinner, it's automatic that you were created to end up in a place called hell. Shame. Shame. Now within this doctrine, we find the two types of sin. There is the sin of commission, and then there is the sin of omission. Commission sin and omission sin. In our first commissioned sin, we give notice to the fact that an act was committed which was against the will of God, and because of that, we all have to suffer and go through those trials and tribulations that are not common for African people. And they were intentional against the will of God on our behalf. Had I written the Bible, I would have called that premeditated negativity against God. Or, for an acronym, selfish and intentional negativity, sin. And secondly, there is that sin of omission. Omission sin is that sin that you committed and didn't know that it was a sin.
My God.
Oh my goodness, I don't even know if that's possible, my friends, that even if it is, and I will always say, for I find sin is a taught concept for our very being. For my philosophy has always been, for he that knows not sin, it is not sin. But now in all of this, I still have a problem. For if Moses, who was in reality was Tutmosis III, an offshoot of Tahuti, even existed, that would be another story. But the reality is Moses never existed. Therefore, never receiving 10 commandments from God, which means there are no laws to transgress against God, which means there is no burden upon us to try to fix this thing by seeking that thing called salvation, because we as Africans are born into salvation. The Spirit of God abides within us. We don't have to go out into the highways and byways, and the only reason we meet within these walls is for our fellowship. And that means that there were no laws from God, which means there is no transgression of God's laws, which shows that there were admonitions, which were counsels, there were warnings, there was advice, there was reproof, and above all, there is reciprocity, from which came the 10 Commandments from the 42 laws of Ma'at. I'll never forget when we were in Kemet and we got to see the 42 laws. And you know the funny thing about those admonitions, that is still written on the tombs, temples, and pyramids of the walls that we approach in Kemet, Egypt. My brothers and sisters, it seems to me, with all of the groups that we have that are seeking to bring our people to the point of liberation with proper and right knowledge being disseminated all across the diaspora, whether in books, whether in writings, whether in movies, documentaries, and corrections in historical writings. It just seems to me that our awakening would be much greater and much faster, in that the masses, the Christ masses, after being failed in sickness, they're failed in finances, they're failed in housing, we're a failed people in formal and loving for real relationships, we're failed in being miseducated, and we have failed in attaining freedom. And it would seem to me that these would begin to see that in their omission of the facts which has been commissioned by their abilities not to see. Some people call it ignorance, but I call it spiritual blindness. Shame. And ignorance is the result of not knowing. But when you know and you don't comply, then it's no longer called ignorance, it's blindness. And they are blind to the freedom that you attain in knowing who you are. They are blind in knowing that the ancestors are what the oppressors have given them as angels. They are blind to the fact that there is no heaven to put you in, and when you die, they are blind to the fact that there is no hell to deliver you from in this life. But they are those who have been taught to omit through commission those things which cause pain. But wake up, my friends, for the knowledge of these who said you were no good, who said that you never gave anything good to mankind, who said that we were unconsciously killing all for one another, are all in arms with one another at the awakening of our people. But these are our oppressors, and they are not all right. Shame, omission by commission. My brothers and my sisters, there is so much that we've been conditioned to believe. But why? because we are in America. And we know that in being in America, though we want to be like our oppressor, the truth is your enemy cannot be your friend. And just as long as we remain passive, just as long as we remain docile, just as long as we continue to step and fetch it, we as a people cannot be vindicated, and we will not rise ashamed. In our African spiritual realm, we are people who knew that by living in nature, that was natural for us. Our elevation was governed by chakras and that spirit in our creation which dwells within us. We were a people of love, and we shared and involved ourselves with the care and taking of others. Mainly our oppressor and our enemy. But through our kindness and our meekness, we found ourselves to be overtaken by those who in the Bible, the oppressor's Bible, were called Ptolemies. And these so-called Ptolemies were none other than your white, racist, violent, culture-stealing, non-spiritual Greeks who knew not God. But in realizing that even though they called themselves gods, in reality they were mere demigods. And they, being ignorant of the true Creator, like hiding the God's status. And so the story began for those who would become our oppressors in seeing a people who had their civilization together, chose to destroy their civilization. But in their destruction of knowledge, in their destruction of our libraries, in their destruction of our great monuments, in their destruction of our culture, I hear my people saying, like Osiris, I shall one day rise. Say. Oh, in their destruction of our civilization, new books were written, real books were hidden, false gods erected, and our history extinguished. But wait on it, y'all, for even though through commission, sought by omission, to eliminate the facts. The facts are the facts. And they might burn the papers. They might destroy the papyrus. They might get rid of anything. But like earth, wind, and fire said, it's written in the stones. The stones that were carved into art. It's written in the music. The music known to have soul, that auditory vibration that causes one to have some rhythm. It's written in the sciences that have met the astronomical and astrological facts about the universe. It's written in give the world geometric, algebraic, and trigonomic analysis to put it together, the complex building of a pyramid. It's written in the signs that hang on your doctor's office and outside his door. It's written in the literature and the Bible. But if you're spiritually blind, you walk right past it and you never see truth. It's written in the philosophies, but we've been trained to believe the writers were Aristotle, Socrates, Plato, and a host of fictitious thieves. And it's written in our hearts and in our minds. And we call it God consciousness. But wait just a minute, y'all. For one of these days, when I lay down my ark, I will call upon rock to recognize me as the vindicated one who is raised up, in whom I have not forgotten the good deed that was done for me and mine. I don't offer any opposition, but I'm willing to say I won't be blind, even if you put me in darkness. I won't be deaf, even if you stop hearing my voice. For it is I who tried to awaken those who were asleep. It is I who tried to tell it like it is. It is I who never omitted telling the truth. It is I who will drive away storms in the midst of storms. It is I who will break up and scatter hell for you. O great rock of this universe, as we stand this day, oh, let our prayer be for God I will live, and for God I will die, and let us be those who never become guilty of omitting truth by commission. Omission by commission.
Yes.